Sitting side saddle in a martini-fueled bout of confidence one night, I invited home a top-knotted waiter from one of the 2 decent restaurants in my neighborhood. He was a dancer, in addition to being attentive with the water pitcher and the extra soy sauce and a side of queso fresca. It's a fusion restaurant, really ranging menu. He made out with me for 15 minutes, admitted he'd had 2 margaritas, a scotch, and a Long Island iced tea. And insisted we stop and have a proper date the following night.
I want to get to know you a little first.
Well, tomorrow night is Valentine's Day.
So?
Touche. I mean, truly, what else was I doing? He was 23. He just moved to New York and joined a sort of culty dance collective that claims to do energy work and healing, in addition to, lyrical group runarounds to Steve Reich and Big Barns. Thank you. The Fleetwood Mac Mirage album came on, and he gathered me into his arms and started slow dancing with me.
You don't seem like an intimacy idiot,
he said. We danced our way to my bedroom. He had a marvelous hairy chest and nipples that, when you licked them, hit Control-Alt-Delete on his whole body. His penis slapped my chin, and I put it in my mouth, and after a minute or 2, felt it soften. Now, I've had trouble in the past giving head to people who like me, who know things about me. Now, I'm maybe not the best you'll ever have, but I do love it, and I take pride in my work and consider myself a constant student. But with him, I fumbled. I lost pace. I played defense instead of offense. He didn't seem to mind and came over a 3rd and 4th time even to cuddle on the couch and put his penis through the spin cycle.
What are we doing here?
He finally asked.
I can't just keep hooking up unless I know it's going somewhere.
Well, I'm not looking for anything serious, I said.
Why not?
I don't know what I want.
So?
I can't get you off, I wanted to say. Doesn't that concern you? Instead, I said, you're too young for me.
So?
A few months later, I was in the wine store across from his restaurant, picking up a box of rosé, and I got a text from him.
Look up.
He was standing outside, smoking. I stepped out. You look really good, I said to him. He smiled. His hair was out of the top knot and in his face, and I way-we-word him. He walked home with me, and when I blew him that time, it was better because he'd lost respect for me. Inside of me, there is a wall over which a handful of men have thrown stones or hit wiffle balls, and they are never heard from again. The assistant publicist who bemoaned Glenn Close's Oscar-less state to me in a wine bar, and then tried to hold my hand as we crossed 42nd Street, and I yanked it out, terrified we'd be attacked. The folk band manager, who made a Google Doc of restaurants he could take me to, shared it with me and gave me editing rights. The database administrator, who, naked in my bed, looked up at me and said,
I'm kind of new to all of this, so forgive me.
As we dressed, the top-knotted waiter ranted endlessly about a rehearsal space he was trying to rent for his company that weekend.
And it's $30 an hour, which is just highway robbery. It's highway robbery.
He kept saying, and I thought, I can't date someone who thinks $30 is insane for rehearsal space. Fuck, I'll take a couple hours just to sit in there and think about this. I mean, there are always reasons not to, but let me just try this out. So,